There guys and girls, it's time for another TMK review, and a lot of people have been asking me about this one, seeing as I did the Mortal Kombat movie and the Mortal Kombat Annihilation movie. A lot of people asked me to do Defenders of the Realm and Mortal Kombat Conquest. I decided to do Mortal Kombat Conquest first just because I seem to get more requests for that one. This is the first time me sort of, I don't know, doing a bit more editing on the video side. Normally my videos are pretty straightforward. I film them and just cut bits out. But what I've done is I've sort of filmed the first episode of Mortal Kombat, and I'm going to sort of interject footage and go back and forth between me talking and see how it goes. So, because I haven't done any video editing courses or anything, so I'm sort of just learning all this stuff. You know, I'm pretty good with Photoshop and that. It's just trial and error really, so we'll see how it goes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to review each episode of Conquest. So, for this video, I'm going to focus on Warrior Eternal Part 1, which is the first episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest. Before I talk about the show, there is something I want to get out there, pretty much. A lot of people say that they own the Mortal Kombat Conquest show on DVD. Now, there's a few out there that are pretty dodgy. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, because I've got most of the DVDs that people have, and I've got the proper ones. Okay. Now, the first thing that came out after the show had finished its run on television was this. Now, not many people probably have this one. This is with the videos. So, this box set came out. See, it's got the gold print, Mortal Kombat Conquest limited edition box set, and it was 3 videos. And as you can see, it looked like there was going to be another box set to complete this picture, which I have, but they never released it. In the box set, you got 3 tapes. The first one had Warrior Eternal, episode 1 and 2, and then you had like the Scorpion and Sub-Zero tape. I know, like the covers look cool, but they're so unofficial. So they called this episodes 3 and 4, and then they had Immortal Kombat, which they called episodes 5 and 6. Now, the thing that shits me about that is that's totally incorrect. Because the first episode's Warrior Eternal, second episode's Warrior Eternal Part 2, the third one's Cold Reality, the fourth one's Immortal Kombat, which I've already said was, hang on, I've got this right, episode 4, which is episode 5, and then you had like Quan Chi, and I don't know, they just seem to get the order of the episodes wrong. So, the video was first, and then came this one. Now, this is the most common Mortal Kombat Conquest DVD that people have out there. It's the same cover as the video, pretty much. It says 4 hours of martial arts mayhem, and yeah, as you can see, it's got the 15 down there because it comes from Britain, special collector's edition. The back looks like that. Yeah. Now, out of all the DVDs that are out, before I get to the Australian ones, I'd say that I think these did have some sort of proper license, but I'm not certain. Just the fact that they give props to like Threshold and all that on the back, which were involved with making the show, makes me think that these were a bit more legit. Yeah, I ordered them off the site, Arrow Films or something, and yeah, that's except the DVD. I ordered the videos from the Arrow Films. Okay, so that's those. So those are pretty legit. But that's what I wanted to say. The Sub-Zero tape is missing the first 5 minutes of that episode, so that's dodgy, you know. If you get the proper, when I get to the proper Australian DVDs, I'll get to them in a minute, they're perfect. You know, they're proper Warner Brothers things, so. Alright, now these are the other DVDs that people out there have. There's this one, Queen. There's this one, Black Dragon. There's this one, Final Battle. There's this one, Kriya, and then there's this one, Quan Chi. And I believe there's even another one called Tarja Exterminator or some bullshit. But I can tell you now, all these are fucking copies. The quality on the covers is shithouse. It's just like captured from bloody VHS tape and printed up. And I've seen spelling errors and all sorts of shit on the menus from these ones. I mean, look how cheap they are. Seriously. Like, you know, just... So, if you have any of them, like, it's good to have the show, but the quality of them is just crap. I just don't like them. Now I'll talk about the Australian ones. While the covers of the Australian DVDs aren't that great, they're just pretty much stock standard. You got Mortal Kombat Conquest, Volume 1 to 3, 3-disc set. And then you got Volume 4 to 6, 3-disc set. So pretty much, if you've got those two, you have the whole TV show, the whole Mortal Kombat Conquest TV show. And on top of that, on the back, you'll see the Warner logo. Now, I don't know why this is. This is just so strange. Out of all the places in the world to release the Mortal Kombat Conquest TV show, Australia getting it is just fucking bizarre. Like, even I'll admit it. There's some Mortal Kombat fans in Australia, don't get me wrong. But I mean, everyone knows the majority of the fans are in America and Canada. So the fact that you guys don't have this really sucks, man. And I just don't know what to say. I mean, it's crap. So basically, that's the inside too. I should show you that. Oh, one of my discs is somewhere. Oh yeah, it's in the player still. Yeah. And basically, yeah. That's all the episodes, and they start and end, and they're properly edited. The very crisp, and they have the Warner logo on them. These are totally official. I can say that with 100% confidence. These are official MK Conquest DVDs. I hope you guys get them soon, because I think they stopped making these in Australia. So, you know, I still see them around though. But yeah, they're around. You can order them online, on eBay if you want them. The thing to look for is that ugly M in the corner, in the blue. If it's got that, you know you're getting the proper Australian ones. I'll give you a bit of trivia. When I went to E3 in 06, I asked several team members, MK team members, if they liked the show. Ed Boon said he didn't like it, I don't think, or just thought it was average. And then there were other people that thought it was okay, like Steve Baran and that. And I actually had one of these spare, and I said, hey, would you like the DVD, because I know you guys don't have it. So I gave one of those to Steve Baran, and I'll put that photo on the video, should be there. Yeah, he was wrapped. And then when I went to E3 last year in 08, Steve Baran wasn't there, but I took Volume 2 with me, just so he could have the whole set, and I gave it to Brian Lieberon, who gave it to Steve Baran, and he sent me an email back saying he was wrapped, because he's got the whole set now. So, that's cool. One other thing I should say too is that Mortal Kombat Conquest was going to be called Mortal Kombat Crusades. Again, I'll put the picture on the screen. I don't know why they changed the name, but yeah, they did. Alright, now I've got to stop talking, blah 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 blah, and get on with this video. The first thing I want to talk about is the intro, or the way the show started. It basically had a quick... It dove right in the deep end. Basically, excuse me, had Raiden and Kung Lao talking about, you know, Mortal Kombat, the tournament coming up. And but before that, you see Shang Tsung kill someone else who's obviously must have been fighting for our world. You see him suck the soul out and that. And then, you know, sorry, not Liu Kang. Kung Lao's coming up next, and Raiden's giving him advice, and then you see Kung Lao come into the arena, and he's got the outfit on. He's got like the Mortal Kombat, the hat, and the proper outfit, man. It's the only time he wears it in the show, and the first time I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's really cool, you know. And yeah, he has that, and then, you know, he takes the hat off. He doesn't use the hat in the fight, but it's cool seeing him with it, and then he fights Shang Tsung. And yeah, I was really happy with seeing the tournament like this. The fighting was a bit, it was good, but there were like these insert shots, Like, you'll see this one, you know, when Kung Lao's training at the start, he's doing, like, all these kicks, and then, like, they just cut away to, like, his fist, like this. It's like, you know what I mean? And, yeah, so, it's a bit cheap sometimes. It's a mixture of cheap and good. So, oh, fuck, what else have I got to say? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be putting other things in, but yeah, the first time I saw the MK Conquest TV show, I bought the tape off eBay, and I think I bought it off Justin from MK Online, who calls himself Combat. I think I bought it off him, because yeah, I was looking at the box recently and it had his name on it. I didn't even know. He sold the tape on eBay, and that was the first time I saw it. The quality of that tape was fucking horrible. Yeah, it's really cool to have them on DVD now, and yeah. Yeah, I liked the show, I liked it, but sometimes it was just really fucking bad. But like, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you'll enjoy it, pretty much. If you're neutral, you may just get a kick out of it, or you may just totally fucking hate it. But for now, sit back and watch, because the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you guys the intro to Warrior Eternal, for those who haven't seen it, just so you can see how the show itself started. And I'll be back to talk more about this episode after the clip. Enjoy.
Kung Lao, a humble young man with the heart of a great warrior. Soon that heart will be tested as he fights for his home, the Earth Realm. Kung Lao will make his stand in the tournament called Mortal Kombat. Here, the Elder Gods grant the greatest fighters of the universe the right to defend their own realms against the warriors of the Dark Realm called Outworld. The rules are simple. Every generation, the chosen fighters from each side are transported to Shang Tsung's island, an outpost between realms. If they lose their battle, their realm falls to darkness forever, absorbed in the desolate expanse of Outworld. Another victory for its emperor, Shao Kahn. Over centuries of combat, Khan's champion, Shang Tsung, has remained undefeated, laying to waste an untold number of fighters with his sorcery.
Finish him!
Earth is the jewel of the universe, a young, vast, pristine realm whose inhabitants have not yet begun to comprehend the power it holds. I am Raiden, God of Thunder, protector of the Earth Realm. Not an easy job, believe me.
Your soul is mine.
It's time to commit, Kung Lao, to a destiny you've trained your whole life for.
Here, you are ready. Physically, there's no fighter your equal, but here is your weakness, doubts lurking in your head. Since you were a boy, Kung Lao, I have known that a great and powerful warrior resides in your soul. Your victory will come from an unwavering belief in yourself. That and a little luck.
Kung Lao is the best and last Earth has to offer. Your final battle, Shang Tsung. After your victory, Earth finally becomes my domain.
Our domain. Meaning, of course, that I would share its power as your most obedient servant.
Your ambition serves you well, Shang-Tsung. But know this, failure now is unacceptable.
Today, Earth lives or dies with the skill of its greatest warrior. It is a fight to the death in this sacred tournament called Mortal Kombat.
Fight!
Pathetic or not, your soul is mine. Your will is weak, Kung Lao. Soon to break. Earth will make a fine addition to our world.
Do this, Kombat. Believe.
Jen, I can't stay. But I had to see you one last time.
This is not the end, Kung Lao. Your strength is in me, and mine in you. You must finish what you have started, before it's too late.
Very clever, Flying Man.
Not as clever as this.
Weak. Finish him.
No. Listen to me. When the next tournament comes, remember
Remember what you saw here today. The people of Earth are not murderers. In respect of the Elder Gods and the laws of mortal combat, I choose mercy. Nice speech.
You should have killed me, Kung Lao.
Alrighty, pretty cool, huh? Some of the things I liked about that fight was the uppercut at the end that Kung Lao does to sort of finish the fight. Something I didn't like in that was, you know how you saw Raiden talking about how Kung Lao's victory would come from unwavering belief in himself, and then during the fight, you know, when Shang Tsung's sort of sucking his soul out, he imagines his girlfriend. I'm just like, oh, come on, man. He should have. He hasn't. We haven't even seen her yet, you know. And why would he? Why would she have a spiritual connection to him? She has no idea what's going on. She just thinks he's off at some fucking temple. They're not connected. It's like it didn't. That didn't make sense to me. I thought when Kung Lao was on the verge of dying, that he maybe should have envisioned Raiden's words that he would be victorious, instead of just showing some cheap slut that they've got throughout this episode. It's such a hammy plot that he's like a temple monk and he's in love with this girl. Yeah. As now, when this sort of intro stops, when he wins the tournament and that, we sort of go into what the show is about. How Kung Lao and Taja and Zero live their lives, or they try and live normal lives, but they can't because Kung Lao is involved with Mortal Kombat, and because Zero and Taja are living with Kung Lao, whatever happens to him happens to them. You know, there's even an episode where Taja says she's going to quit or something. I think it's the first or second one or something. Third episode, yeah, she's going to quit or something when she gets attacked by the Link Way. And it's so some of the elements of this are really good, and some are just stupid, you know. One thing I like is pretty much every episode has a scene where Kung Lao and Raiden have like a talk, where Raiden sort of always tries to guide Kung Lao to the right decision. Although sometimes things don't always go that way. Sometimes, you know, Raiden will say something or brush off Kung Lao and it will come back and bite him in the ass. Like with the third episode, there's this Raiden's telling Kung Lao to just, you know, make your own decisions and all this, and he just tells him, you know, just piss off and do it yourself, sort of thing. And then when Raiden finds out that they've got this crystal that lets you travel to any realm, you know, which is a real powerful tool, they could, if Shao Kahn got it, he could invade Earth, you know, break all the rules of Mortal Kombat, you know. They said, no, we're keeping it. You told us to make our own choices. You know, that really pissed off Raiden. So, you know, so a lot of the writing on this was good, but sometimes it was just hammy. Now, I'll show you now what I'm talking about with one of the speeches between Kung Lao and Raiden, then we'll come back and we'll talk more about some of the other elements of the show, like the fight scenes and things like that. So, I'll see you soon.
Up at dawn, filled with anger. Not much of a rest.
Someone is tormenting me.
Any suspects?
Someone or something is inside my head, turning all my thoughts to darkness.
There's no one inside your head, Kung Lao, no one but you. What you are seeing is no doubt a premonition of your future. A fate yet unwritten, but clouded with fear.
Haven't I earned the right to just be happy for a change?
Shao Kahn has not been defeated. His claim to Earth has merely been postponed. What you have earned, Kung Lao, is the right to be a leader. To find and train a new generation of fighters to stand at your side in the next tournament. It is one path, Kung Lao, if you so choose. But remember, in Mortal Kombat, victory is not the end.
It's only the beginning. Why can't you teach the new fighters?
This is not my world. Not my responsibility. The key to Earth's victory lies in the human spirit.
So you want me to just turn away from everything? What about my dreams of happiness with Jen? Do you want me to give up my whole life?
There are rewards. The Elder Gods have granted that you will not age another day until the next tournament.
Tell me, Raiden, would you rather be old and happy, or young and cursed? If my future is unwritten like you say, then I'll write it the way I want, from now on.
Why do they never listen to me?
Why do they never listen to me? One of the coolest things about Mortal Kombat Conquest is the guy who plays Raiden, who also plays Shah Kahn, by the way, JEFF MEEK. He does such a great job delivering what is written for Raiden. Sometimes he can be pissed off or sarcastic. Most of the time he's sarcastic. It's sort of funny. But you ask any of the fans of this show, everyone loves JEFF MEEK. He was really cool as Raiden. Yeah, so yeah, you get those little, you know, it gives you something to think about. If you were Kung Lao, would you train new fighters? Would you do that, you know, and give up the rest of your life, or would you want to move on and go fuck all the girls in the city of Zuzin, make babies, I don't know, whatever Shaolin monks do. Or would you want to train new fighters, fight Shah Kahn and Sub-Zero and people like that? You know, I like that line. Tell me, Raiden, would you be young, old and happy, or young and cursed? It's interesting, like that. A bit of a play on words. So yeah, the next thing I'll talk about is a bit of hamminess. Sometimes where the show, you know, sort of drops down. I'll show a few clips of where it's just like, oh man. Yeah, just I don't know, stuff that probably could have been done better or left out of the show. So let's check out a few clips now, and then I'll talk about it when we come back.
Come on, we're almost at the temple. Zero, how do I look? And be honest.
In love. Undeniably in love. And this concerns not just your father, but me too.
What have you told him?
You underestimate your father. He can see it as plainly as I can. He only wants what's best for you.
Come here, I want to show you something.
You've been practicing.
Shh. Focus, you taught me. I can't be distracted. Yeah. What, scared I can beat you now? Don't look so surprised, Kung Lao. You're a very good teacher.
Jen, I had visions while I've been gone.
About us. It's nice to know when you're away on your temple retreats that I'm still in your dreams.
Jen, please, listen to me. This vision I had.
Let me guess. You saw us together, just like now. As husband and wife. Growing old in each other's arms.
You, read my mind.
Just one thing. The only problem now is going to be convincing my father.
Yeah, well, I didn't show a lot of clips. I could have just, I'm trying to sort of keep this down. Pretty much a lot of the scenes with Jen in them were pretty bad. You know, that scene. How do I look? She looks like the biggest slut ever. I mean, who dresses like that? You can see her nipples through the top. It's like, I don't know. And then it's like, what have you told him? You know, some of the line delivery is just, oh man. even that line Zero gives just before the fight scene coming up. I'll show you with Taja, because Taja's a thief originally before she joins them. and the other dudes, he's walking along, and they sort of just stop, and he's like, something's not right. It's just like, oh man. How the fuck does he know something's not right? Seriously, man. What the fuck, you know? Alright, anyway, so that's some of the corn. Now, I'll talk about some of the cool stuff now. The whole stuff with Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn, that stuff's really cool. One of my favourite scenes is Kung Lao talking to the Baron. Like, when the Baron's, like, talking about, like, stuff that he's heard, like, you know, like elder gods and that. He just says some shit that makes no sense, which I reckon is pretty funny. Then you got Vorpax and Scorpion and that. So I'll show a few clips and then I'll talk about them after.
Are you enjoying the rewards of failure?
Great Shao Kahn. End this now.
How dare you beg for death! Only victors are granted their desire. There's a fate worse than death. The cobalt mines of Shokan. An eternity of pain and suffering. Mocked by the dregs of the universe. A fitting punishment for letting the Earthrealm slip through my hands!
Great Shang Tsung. No better than the rest of us now.
Unless you count his powers of sorcery, which are legend.
All cheap tricks. We all lose our powers down here.
I hope so. Otherwise, your respected position is seriously in doubt.
I'll show Shang who he bows to now. I'm Zadak, and this is my region. There's no power greater than mine down here.
Yes, you're right. There is no greater power than your stench.
You work when I say. You rest when I say. You're my slave now.
I think not.
Out of tricks, sorcerer.
A few more. Up my sleeve. Focus, focus. I call upon the soul trapped inside and offer these terms for your release. Unleash your malevolence from the skies above onto Earth realm.
And to what do I owe the honor, Kung Lao?
I think you know, Baron, that over the years, I've become very close to your daughter.
Is that so?
And I'm ready to dedicate my life to Jen's happiness.
She's a dear girl. She deserves happiness. And what are your financial prospects, Kung Lao? Just how much does that temple pay you to save the world?
Well, sir, it doesn't exactly work that way.
I'm well aware of the way it works. Your training to fight other realms, your elder gods. But if you're serious about marrying Jen, you have to put aside this foolishness once and for all.
But Baron, how can you ask me to abandon my faith?
What you call faith, Kung Lao, I call delusions.
All right, that first scene with Shang Tsung and Vorpax and Sadak, where he just kills the guy, I thought that was pretty cool. I like the effects. Some of the effects in the show are really cheesy, but I thought that one looked cool. Some of them look really good, and sometimes they look good, sometimes they look cheap, you know. With this show, they tried to save money whenever they could. I don't know if you've read the Wikipedia page, but whenever they had, because they have a lot of women in the background, obviously, whenever they had women on the set, they told them they had to bring their own bras because they weren't going to pay for bras because bras are expensive, you know. Yeah, a lot of background women throughout the show just wearing a bra and nothing else. It's like they didn't bother with costumes or any of that shit, you know. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then you got the scene with Kung Lao and the Baron, which I just find humorous. And then you got, you know, Takeda becoming Scorpion, which is pretty cool, I gotta admit. Shang Tsung releases the Scorpion spirit and it lands on Takeda and he becomes Scorpion. The only thing that a lot of people don't like about that is the fact that Scorpion's name's really Hanzo Hasashi, it's not Takeda, so this is where you get the whole argument, you know, this is not canon, you know, the MK Conquest story really isn't canon, but, you know, it does follow along the lines of Mortal Kombat. There's just a few things here and there that aren't, you know, like how the game goes, you know, so things like that are really cool. Yeah. I guess I'll start to wrap this up. I'll give you my final thoughts on the episode. And I'll show you a few scenes from some of the fight scenes that were in Warrior Eternal Part 1.
Not very friendly, are they? Something is not right.
Enough. No bloodshed on sacred ground.
No! I order you to let us go!
Damn you.
realize now, Kung Lao, you can't beat me. No!
Get over here! Some of my guards.
I was warned I'd be betrayed, but I never imagined it would be you. Have mercy on your friend.
No, Kung Fu.
As you ordered, Baron.
Alrighty, so I showed you there two fights from the first episode. Zero versus the Thieves and Kung Lao versus Scorpion / Takeda. The thing with this show is these guys can fight, but I think they're sort of held back by making the fight sort of that hit slow, sort of just miss the face sort of thing, and they speed it up, but in that Zero versus the Thieves fight, you'll see that guy when he's got the Carters, I think that's what they're called, the two like blade things, when he's fucking spinning. That guy, who I think, by the way, is Dana He. I think it's a girl. I think that's her, because that was her specialty. I remember reading her specialty was those weapons. And if you look at her face, she looks definitely female, so I think it's her. And when she's doing all that stuff with them, like doing those spin attacks, you can tell that she can fight, man. She was the stunt woman for Katana and Melina and all the Mortal movies. She does all the female stunts in pretty much all the live MK stuff. It's they can fight, but it's just when they do that contact, they slow it down, and just so no one gets hurt, which is which is sort of crap. But if you've ever watched a Hong Kong movie, they don't do that, man. They go all out, which is like crazy. But so these people can fight, and I believe that the fights get a lot better as the show goes along, and same with the story and the writing. So I gotta admit, once you get into this show, it's good seeing a show that's a bit different, and the fights are pretty good. Even if they're not, you can't compare them to Hong Kong movies or things like that. They're still enjoyable, and they still relate to what's going on in the show. So, and if you go back and watch that Kung Lao versus Takeda fight, by the way, that guy is the guy who plays Scorpion in the movies. He has a black belt Academy of Martial Arts Studios in America, and Chris Casamaza, and I hope I'm saying that right. And he can really fucking fight. Out of the MK1 movie, I always thought the Scorpion versus Johnny Cage fight was one of my favourites. So yeah, you go back and watch. He does some really cool stunts in that fight though. And when those two are going at it, it's pretty cool. I love that line when he grabs him and sort of goes, "Get over here." There's a bit of a nod to him. Yeah, he's becoming Scorpion, So it's pretty sweet. So pretty much that's the first episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest, Warrior Eternal Part 1. Those are my views on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been sort of tricky. I'm not taking any notes, so I'm sort of just watching clips and then talking, watching clips. Then I've got to sort of join it all. So I hope this comes out good. I look forward to reviewing some of the later episodes, because the Scorpion Sub-Zero one, for instance, is brilliant. The Quan Chi ones are really cool. Quan Chi was really cool in this. The show has a lot of unique plot, unique stories, I should say. It's a shame that it didn't go on for a second season. I believe it would have become really popular, and a lot more fans would have gotten on board. It's a real shame that this only had one season. I mean, most of the actors from this show went on to do bigger things, like KRISTANNA LOKEN, she went on to do Terminator 3. Daniel BERNHARDT went on to, he was in the Matrix, I think the third Matrix film or the second one. He was one of the agents. He was fighting on that truck. And then you have Eva Mendes, who was sort of already popular though, but she became sort of in everything after this. So I credit that, you know. And yeah, it was just cool. It was a good show. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. At first I wasn't really, I was like, eh. Because you watch the movies and you watch that and it's just so different. But as you watch the whole show, it's sort of a lot better. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys for the next one. I'm not sure when it's going to be. I just do these when I got the time. So I'm pretty busy now. I'm working 5 days a week. Which is good to make you a lot of money though. But yeah, I just do YouTube videos when I can. On my day off, I do YouTube videos on my day off for you guys. So I hope you guys like them, and I'll see you next time.